None of the elites wore masks in their seats. Well, that would be weird if they did, actually. They'll put your rights in a squeeze while they do whatever they please. Everyone from L.A. Mayor Eric Garcetti to some fella named LeBron to a bunch of actors I didn't recognize are being called out for defying the mask rules at the Super Bowl. Even Ellen DeGeneres, who took hers off only so she could spit on former employees and foreign ones. That's not true. She's a delightful person. We're getting brunch tomorrow. It's almost like people are realizing the safety theater was just that, theater, except the actors in the show no longer want to play their roles. The city health department repeatedly noted that all attendees would be required to wear a mask inside the stadium. They even gave up upgraded KN95 masks. Perfect for when you want to cheer and soak in your own drool. But none complied, clearly, and they shouldn't have to wear masks, except it makes them all hypocrites when you consider the fact that kids in California still have to mask up in school. And the kids will have to still wear masks even after California's mandate is lifted on Tuesday. I guess the feeling is, if they were attractive, their parents could afford private school. Am I right? But it raises a question. With their faces covered, how will the kids learn to judge each other by race? I bet the left did not think of that, did they? So, Chadwick, may I call you Chadwick?
Yeah, you may.
Or Chad?
You know.
Or Wick?
Wick is better.
All right, Wick.
Wick is better.
Do you notice how now they're redefining the definition of freedom? It's like now freedom is like, oh, freedom's great until you infringe, but then they define what the infringement is. So if you're like not wearing a mask across the street, you're infringing on my rights. I don't have to wear the mask, but you not wearing one is an infringement.
Right, yeah. I'm taking away your freedom to feel safe in your, it's gone from my rules dictate what freedom means. Well, look at like the truckers.
Right.
You know, and how with the protests, they're tyrants and they're fascists because they're demanding more rights.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
How does that work exactly?
Yeah.
And that picture of Ellen DeGeneres, I legit thought that was Justin Bieber at first.
Well,
he's looking terrible.
Well, I think she's quite an attractive woman, but so is Justin Bieber.
He is a very attractive woman.
He's a very attractive woman. Tegan, can I say that? I mean, you know that I don't see gender. I just don't see any gender at all. I'll sleep with a mannequin.
Yeah, you just see like luscious eyebrows.
What is, I know that we were talking about this in the break, that we have to almost retire the word hypocrisy because we get nowhere with it, right? So what do we say? What can we do? We just have to say, you're not wearing masks, we're not wearing masks.
Sanctimonious ass crack.
There you go.
Like Charlize Theron.
Mm-hmm.
These celebrities have been hankering to not wear these masks for a couple of years because really, you know, at the end of the day, you can always count on them. Did I just say end of the day? I'm sorry.
Yes, it's okay.
You can always count on them to be needy, desperate attention whores.
Mm-hmm.
So they're not going to go to the Super Bowl and sit in a box
and wear a mask.
Because what if the audience at home doesn't recognize them?
Yeah, that's a tough one.
That is just what is the point? They might as well just be sorry and sit at home.
Yeah. We saw this coming, didn't we, Kat? We knew this was going to happen. That's why we ended the whole pandemic February 1st, because we said, like, we're just going to run head first into the Super Bowl.
Yeah, last night on my way home from the bar, I did not wear a mask.
Wow.
And that was because I lost it. I'm going to say now it was for the kids.
There you go.
It's for the kids. Because honestly, all the time, there's obviously different rules for adults than for like toddlers, and I think that's good. Mm-hmm. But usually that's because we don't think a toddler could handle things.
Yeah.
Now we're expecting them to handle more.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like whoever made this rule that a 2-year-old has to wear a mask, they should have had to meet a 2-year-old first.
Right, exactly.
They can't do it.
Judge, we covered this on the 5. What more can you add to this scintillating topic?
Well, probably not a lot, except here's the issue is that those people who are in politics and those celebrities who may be unmasking so they can be seen in the public forum, they just think that they're better than the rest of us.
That's true. And maybe they are, Judge.
I don't think so. And I think that they believe that they don't have to follow the rules because they're the upper class and we're the peons. When it comes to politicians, we put them in office. How dumb are we? But I think the saddest part of it all is that the weakest of everyone, the children, are left having to wear masks in school and outside of school on the playgrounds. I mean, that's really all about the fact that they don't have power. And I think we should give the power to the kids.
Yeah, it's like a virtue signal that you place on somebody else, right? It's like, those kids should be wearing masks. There, I did my business. Now I don't have to wear one. But as long as I force other people to follow it, therefore I am actually virtue signaling by some kind of abstraction.
Yes.
You know, it's like saying that if you're a jerk actress, as long as you claim that you're for the right cause, you can still be a jerk to everybody. I mean, Harvey Weinstein, that was his entire career. Everybody knew what he did, right? But he did nothing but liberal causes, which created a moat to protect him from all the perversions.
Well, there's one video of a woman on an airplane, and she doesn't have her mask on, and she's fighting with an 80-year-old guy. You may have seen this. And the flight attendant says, put your mask on. She says, you heard her, put your mask on. She doesn't have a mask on.
Yeah.
And the flight attendant says, you put your mask on. She says, he's got, do you hear that? Put your mask on.
And that woman was Scarlett Johansson. Right?
No.
I'm just saying.
There's a chance I could be right. All right. Up next, she was actually a former cheerleader, right?
That's right.
Oakland
You got a
Raiders
good
cheerleader.
memory.
I'm just thinking
yes.
about Scarlett Johansson's mouth. Never mind.
Okay. Sometimes. Up next, will weak DAs never say enough and put criminals back in cuffs?
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.